Hey, what is going on, everyone? In today's video, I want to show you how you can get a pet dog in Once Human. Now, I saw a lot of people discussing this because in the patch notes, they just kind of casually mentioned a deviation pet. And I saw a lot of people saying that this would potentially be a pet that would just follow you around on the map. Well, unfortunately, that's not what it is. It actually is a deviation, but there are some pretty cool things that it can do. So let me show you exactly how to get it. And of course, if this video ends up helping you out, definitely drop a like down below. It really does help support the channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. So getting the pet dog is actually really easy. So all you have to do is go to your event screen. So I hit F3 on PC, and then you're going to go to this otherworldly gift event. And the first part here, the otherworldly gift, you will see that when you claim this, you will get a dog self-selection crate. So this allows you to choose between 3 different breeds: Labrador, Blackback, and Doberman. Now, the only difference between these 3 are the way that they look. The function of all 3 of them is exactly the same. So just choose which one you think looks best. I chose the Doberman. And after you claim it, it will show up in your backpack, and you'll just have to use it, very similar to how these packs work for deviations. Once you use it, then you will choose which breed of dog that you want, and then after that it will get added to your deviation list. You can see here I have my Doberman right here with a skill rating of 3 and activity rating of 3. I believe each one will come with the same skill rating and activity rating, but let me know if you do have different ratings for yours, or maybe even some different deviation traits. So once you have your dog in your deviation menu, make sure you build a securement unit. Open up the securement unit, and then you can deposit the dog right in there. And then if we take a look at some of the details here, you can see the securement environment that it likes: blue light, music, and toy. It has your typical, deviant power and mood, just like a regular deviation. And then on the right side here, it says it'll follow a specific player and provide continuous sanity restoration. If its owner's not around, it usually ignores everyone else. Also, it does unlock this other item here called Doberman Marionette. Now, I imagine if you choose the other breeds, this will say whatever the other breed is and Marionette. So I believe all these are the same sort of item, and I'll show you exactly how these work later in the video. So I've gone ahead and had some of my sanity build up, as you can see in my health bar down below. So what I'm going to do is go to my dog here. I need to get the deviant power 30 or above for him to come out so I can show you the effect that he has. So I'm going to go ahead and refill right there. He should hop out, and you will see my sanity start to get restored at the, in my health bar there. And something that's really interesting as well is even if you leave your territory here, that effect still is triggered. So I guess this triggers, and just until you are completely, without this sanity bar, it's just going to keep going into the end, I guess, regardless of whether you're in your territory or not. So as soon as it starts, it has to finish, I assume. I don't know if this is intentional, but just something that I did notice. But he will just kind of walk around your territory, and anytime you have, that blue sanity bar, it will fix it for you, which is really fantastic, especially if you're on one of the Visional Wheel servers with the Lunar Oracle. Maybe you're coming back to your base, and rather than going and laying down in bed for a while, or eating a specific item, you can just have this guy around, and he will get rid of your sanity buildup for you, which is fantastic. Now I can go ahead and heal if I want to. He'll also lay down, which is great. Whoops, didn't mean to swing that there. You can control him just like a regular deviation, so you can kind of throw him where you need him, and then if you interact with him, it will of course do a little pet for your dog there, which is fantastic. I will definitely have him walking around my base, but I do think this is a really useful deviation as well, especially since it restores the sanity. That seems to be the main effect of it. But now let me show you the item that you can craft because you have this pet deviation. So you'll need either a small or large synthesis bench, and if you go there, you'll see you'll be able to make this marionette item. It only costs 30 logs, so very cheap to craft. You can craft only one at a time, but they will actually stack in your inventory, so I'm going to go ahead and craft a few. All right, so now I'm just out in the wild here, and I do have a sanity buildup again, just to show you that when you do put the dog down, I'm going to go ahead and use the marionette item. The dog will not get rid of your sanity while you're away from your base, so only the one that you actually have at your base is the one that's going to be able to deplete that sanity buildup. But you can go up to this one right here, and you can interact with it, and once you do, it should give you a gift. I got some spoiled food there, but usually I was getting adrenaline shots, so I guess it's a little random on what you get, but you get one of something, which is always nice. And then there's a 10-minute cooldown or use for each of these. So you can see right here, it says 600 seconds, and it does say it allows you to call your dog to your side, even in the wilderness, but I guess the sanity part of the dog is not something that actually gets applied when you use one of these marionette items. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that when you do summon the marionette version of your pet dog, they don't actually follow you, which is a little odd. So they just kind of stand in one spot. And if you walk far away enough, they will despawn. So make sure that when you spawn them, that you're going to interact with them, soon after, so you can get the item. But that's really all these are good for, I guess you could say. I would say the one at the base is a lot more useful. I would have really liked it if when you call your pet out here, it actually will do the sanity restoration for you as long as you're staying around the dog. I think that could be really useful. But obviously there's some other like the slime deviation can restore your sanity as well. So yeah, I don't know, kind of a weird sort of item. I wouldn't necessarily say this part is worth it, but definitely the one that's at your base is for sure worth it. So there you have it, folks. That is how you can get your pet dog and exactly what they do. Like I said, I think it's more worth it to just have the one at your base versus actually crafting those other items and bringing them out with you. But still a cool addition. Personally, I would have really liked it if this was like a true pet, where it could follow you around. Based on the size of it, I actually thought that it was just going to be a pet that could follow you around. I don't know what you guys thought. Let me know in the comments down below. But hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, be sure to like and subscribe to help support the channel. I've got more Once Human content and other survival game content coming, so if that interests you, be sure to follow along for more content. But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.